Welcome to Board Games with Niramas. I'm Joseph and I'm here today of course with Draco as well. And we are going to do our top 7 houses for KeyForge. This is a wonderful game that I've come to really like and really enjoy it. And there's 7 houses, different factions basically in KeyForge. And I'm going to rank them all. So this is kind of hard to be honest. Well, the bottom one, the 7 wasn't that hard. The 6 wasn't that hard, but then the first one wasn't that hard at all. So it's those in between that was tricky to rank, and I've been changing this list up over and over, trying to decide finally what are my top 7 houses for KeyForge. So let's just get straight into it. If you don't agree, or if you agree, tell me in the comment section and let me know what you think. What is your favorite house from KeyForge? And if you haven't already, go check out all those. You can click the little eye up there, go check out all those KeyForge videos. There's playthroughs and there's top 10s for the cards of each of these 7 houses as well. So don't miss that, but now let's stick here and let's start with number 7. So my number 7 house in KeyForge is Mars. And well, it doesn't mean that I dislike Mars. I think they have some cool combinations, they have some cool cards. It's just that somehow I don't really like how I feel that you need to have a good combination of cards in your Mars deck if Mars is going to be good. And they need to be the certain cards that combo off each other and so on. I feel that they don't have as many cards that's sort of generally good. I can work out with many different combinations. You have some cards, as you've seen in my top 10, some cards that I really like, where you get to draw cards, you get to do direct damage, just reveal cards from your hand. They have some creatures that are really nice as well. Especially like those that sort of, well, as you've seen earlier, I like the spider that catches amber and all that. They have some cool stuff for sure. But yeah, I had to rank them somehow, and so number 7 ended up being Mars, mostly because I just don't have, I don't look for them that much. I don't have that fun playing them, even though there's some really nice combos in there. But yeah, that's my number 7. Let's go to number 6. So my number 6 house is Brobnar. Brobnar has some nice creatures that are really strong and they're good at fighting. That's the main thing. They're really good at fighting. That's sort of how that's the theme of Brobnar. You want to fight and you get amber for killing your enemies if you play the proper action card first. They also have some interesting direct damage. They have some interesting cards for sure. Some interesting artifacts. As you can see in my top 10. I do like them a lot. I know that Draco over here, he really likes that Khalifi Dragon, of course, but I think there's more exciting houses than this one. That's why it's only my number 6. But I think Brobnar has some cool stuff. They could have some cool combinations as well. But I generally need to have a good set of cards, just like with Mars. That's why they go lower, these two, because if I don't get a proper set of cards in them, then they aren't really that good, I think. But if you get the perfect set of cards with them to combo off each other, then they can be really strong. So yeah, anyhow, Brobnar is my number 6. Now let's head to number 5. Okay, so my number 5 house is Logos. I was a bit surprised myself when I did that. This one moved up and down, and I had to rethink it a lot. And yeah, it started off higher, and then as I started thinking more about it, it went down a bit. So number 5. I think it's okay still. I mean, it has a lot of good support cards. It has some really nice cards like Library Access and Mother and so on. So it has some really cool cards, but it's mostly focused about card draw, which I like. I like to draw cards, but it's also focused on archiving. And I feel that archiving is not that strong. I mean, in some situations, if you get a long game, archiving can be really cool, can be really useful. But if it's a short game, and your opponent is generating a lot of amber, and you might be as well, and you're just moving fast, then archiving, you don't really have the time to do that whole process of like, some of these cards are like, yeah, first you play it, and then you reap, and then you get to archive a card. It takes too long, I think. So it's a good support house. I do like Logos a lot. And this list might change as time goes by as well, of course. That goes for all the houses. But right now, Logos is my number 5. Okay, my number 4 house is Untamed. I think Untamed has some really nice cards, really good combos. They are good at generating amber, and they have a lot of board presence with a lot of nice creatures. And the creatures are nice because they're not just strong. There's some strong ones, but they have some really nice, like the bear, he has the assault, so he will do 2 damage before the actual attack starts. You have the Murmok, he will make your opponent's key cost more. You have a bunch of interesting combos in this one with the key. You can forge a key in mid-turn 2 different ways. A creature, the Shuta Hasri, and you have the key card as well with the action card. You have some nice ways to make your opponent, like put like Lost in the Woods. You pick up 2 cards from your opponent, 2 cards from yourself. You shuffle them into your decks respectively. There's a lot of good stuff going on with Untamed. I really do enjoy them, and for me they were absolutely going to be somewhere near the top, like number 4. It's in the middle there, but I think Untamed might, with the proper deck they can really decide the game, because you can do those crafting 2 keys or even 3 maybe in 1 turn, which is crazy. Maybe 2 overpowered, I would say, but yeah, I do enjoy them a lot, so that's why they're my number 4, and it's called Untamed. Okay, so my number 3 house in KeyForge is this. And this started out being my favorite actually when I started playing the game, but then the other ones that are in the top there, they have moved up a bit for me. So yeah, but this is awesome. I like this whole messing with your opponent. I like how you have the strong action cards or effects on creatures that can really annoy your opponent, getting in your opponent's head and messing with your opponent. I like the theme of them being these nasty demons, really scary stuff. I like the action cards they have. I like they have some really nice artifacts as well, like Key to This, whatever it's called, that makes your opponent keys, the Lash of Broken Dreams, that makes your opponent's keys cost +3 when you activate it. So good card, so cool, a really cool faction as well. I love the artwork and so on. So that's why number 3 is this. And my number 2 in KeyForge now, of course, you can figure out what number 1 is since I'm doing a top 7 of 7 things. But anyhow, number 2, Shadows. Shadows have some really, really good cards and really nice direct damage. They have stealing in a bunch. They can steal a lot. They have captures. I like the Shadow Self that protects its neighbors. You have the Bait and Switch that steals like crazy. You have some nice action cards. You have these nice artifacts like the Seeker Needle and a bunch more. Wow, I can't even recall all of them right now. But yeah, so Shadows mostly is like like the name suggests, it's a bit about like being a thief, stealing, and being a bit, like a rogue almost, like stabbing your opponent, doing these sniper shot attacks more than being strong and just running over your opponent. But these combo very well together with, I think, with everyone. I especially like them in a combo with my number 1. So let's check that one out now. And my number 1, as everybody already figured out, and you probably guessed this even before watching this video, if you've been watching my top 10 list, seeing my playthroughs, I really love Sanctum. It's my favorite house, both in theme, the whole paladin, the sort of Knights of the Light and all that. Really cool stuff. I really love the artwork and the theming of this. And mostly I love them because they have these really strong creatures. Really strong creatures. They are the most outstanding creatures in terms of having armor, taunts, being able to give armor to each other, healing each other. You can really have the board presence here if you have the horsemen. Really cool stuff. Those 4 horsemen. I have 1 deck with those in it. I wish I had more, but wow, they are so cool. And they have nice action cards, really cool action cards as well that have different effects. They even have some good artifacts, some really good upgrades with the cloak that protects the wearer. You have the upgrades that give armor and taunt. I'll give +2 power if you're on a flank. There's so many good cards in Sanctum. And together, they combo so well with the other houses as well. I think this one together with, I would say if I would have to choose a combo that's my favorite, it wouldn't be 1, 2, 3, I think. I think it would be Shadows, Sanctum, and perhaps Logos, I guess, or something like that. So you have the strong board presence, you have a good cards, but this could be good together with Sanctum as well. Yeah, everybody could be good together with these guys. But if you have Shadows and Sanctum and then a third one, any of those third ones, yeah, really strong one. I hope that you like these types of lists. We are at the end now with the KeyForge list for now. We are probably going to get more houses, I guess, as time goes by. I guess they will expand the game, and then I will be back with more lists, of course. I will do more playthroughs and so on. So check for that, and at some point I probably get another display to do an unboxing of that as well, because I do want to find more of these cool Mavericks and Horseman decks and all that cool stuff. Yeah, so such a cool game this. I love KeyForge, I think it's so much fun. And if you have any suggestions, any ideas, any comments, just put them down in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video as well, and subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great evening or morning whenever you're watching. Take care, bye bye.
Be like Draco. Follow Board Games with Niramas on Facebook at BGW Niramas. Board Games with Niramas is sponsored by Alara Games in Sweden.